Are you guys excited? I am super excited. I bought this orange shirt so it looks like I'm part of the f***ing chain gang. What? So someone asked me to make an orange is the new black dress cake and I just was ecstatic. So I bought a Barbie. I have more Barbies than anyone I know. And she is pumped to be going to jail. Not really, nobody's ever pumped. But I am pumped to make this cake, so let's get started. Now the items you're going to be needing for this tutorial are your doll dress cake. White, orange, sky blue, and a tiny bit of pink and black fondant. White shimmer sprinkles, multicolored sprinkles, crushed peanut bits, chocolate candy melts, ice cream cones, gumballs, silver edible color dust, white, black, red, and orange icing, and of course, your Barbie doll. Now I bought the holiday Barbie because I thought her hair looked the fanciest, and when Sophia Brissett is doing your hair, that is gonna be on point. So after your cake is baked, we are going to cut a hole in the middle of it so that our Barbie can stand in it. Then we're going to cover the entire thing with white icing, roll out our white fondant, and place that on top. Put our Barbie in the middle and then seal her in with a little bit more white fondant. Now once you have that done, we're gonna ruffle the bottom of the cake. And these ruffles are going to be placed at the bottom of the front of the dress. Now to create these ruffles, I'm going to roll our white fondant into a log, flatten it out with our fondant roller, and then add some folds into the fondant. I'm gonna push down on the back of it and then cut off the back just so we have a nice clean edge. Then I'm going to apply it to our front. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a toothpick and we're going to score our cake. So I want to create two circular panels on the side. So I'm going to mark one down this way and another one down this way, just like that. So once you've scored your cake, we're going to roll out some white fondant. We're going to create one big panel that goes along the front of the dress. So I'm going to make it smaller at the top and then make it wider at the bottom. Now once that's on, we're going to create the same type of ruffles and run them along the side of the front panel. Now I'm gonna roll out a big piece of white fondant and create another panel to cover our edges. Place that on our Barbie, just like that. Looking good, looking good. So all of our white fondant work is done. We're gonna grab the orange and the black and do her top. Now we're gonna do the top in two pieces. Now the uniform at the prison has a V-cut neckline and also is short sleeve. So after you cut out the top part, we're going to cut out some sleeves and then give her the top part of her outfit. Now the uniform is usually big on the girls, but because we're giving her a belt, we want to make it look like all of that fabric is being bunched together. So I'm going to add some ruffles to that and then apply it to her waist. Roll up some black fondant and hide the fondant seam with a black belt. Just like that. Cool. This is really good stuff. Good stuff, good. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some sparkles to the front. We're also going to color the side panels. So using a little bit of water, I'm going to wet the front of the dress. And then I'm going to grab some of my white sprinkles and then apply them to the entire front section. Now to make sure that the silver doesn't get onto any of the white, I'm going to take some pieces of parchment paper and just line each of the panels. Take my edible dust and just start brushing it on. And the reason we're painting them silver is to represent the ramen packets that Piper uses to pay her workers, you know? Cool, okay, this looks really, really, really nice. So let's move on to the decorations. First thing we're gonna create are miniature king cones. I'm gonna take some regular ice cream sugar cones and I'm just gonna cut them down to about 2 inches. Now I'm gonna take some gumballs and attach them to the cones using some melted white candy melts. Let them set upside down. And once your gumballs are set, we're gonna dip them in some melted chocolate candy melts and then cover them with some crushed peanut bits. Now to keep them up straight, I took one of my old cake boxes and placed each of them inside until they set completely. To create the Jolly Rancher shanks, we're gonna unwrap our Jolly Ranchers and we're gonna melt one side of the Jolly Ranchers with a lighter. Or if your lighter doesn't work, you can use a birthday candle. Now once it's like kind of bubbly and starting to really melt, we're gonna attach it to another Jolly Rancher. And we're just gonna repeat the process until we've connected 6 Jolly Ranchers together. Now to get the sharp tip, I think this is what they do in prison. You just suck on the tip until it's super sharp and then you're ready to stab a bitch, you know? Or if you wanna do it the sanitary way, we're gonna get the lighter and we're going to heat up a knife. And once that knife is extremely hot, we're gonna place it against the candy melts and it creates a sharp edge. The reason we're creating Jolly Rancher shanks is because sometimes these women just think that they can f with you and you need to show them who's boss. You're pretty damn boss with one of these. Now let's move on to our stars. So I'm gonna roll out our sky blue fondant and I'm going to create 3 different stars of David. One will be 4 inches, the second one will be 2, and the last one will be 1 inch. And I think I'm gonna write something on the biggest star, but I haven't decided yet. So all of our decorations are ready. Let's grab all of our icings and put this baby together. So the third season of Orange is the New Black is definitely my favorite season so far. I tried to incorporate as much Orange is the New Black stuff onto this cake because there's so many women that I've just fallen in love with. The reason that I'm using these multicolored sprinkles is because I thought it'd be a really cool way to incorporate Crazy Eyes' very colorful language in her writing. You know, these miniature king cones are supposed to represent Tasty Girl's ice cream fight in season 1. You know, in the first 2 seasons, we get a lot of Piper's backstory. But in this season, we get more of what she's capable of. She's able to start a business, paying her workers in ramen noodle packets. Oh my god, she's so savvy. I really wish we were able to see more of Laverne Cox's character, Sophia Burset. I'm so in love with her and I just hope she becomes a movie star. My favorite storyline this season is watching Black Cindy become Jewish. First, she's only really trying to become Jewish so that she could get the kosher meal. But by the end of the season, the actress who plays her, Adrienne Seymour, really sells that while she's learning about the religion, it becomes less about the food and more about finding herself and her people. Bravo, Adrienne, bravo. I hope that maybe I could be an extra somewhere in the background, you know? If they can hide a frog in the basement, then maybe they can hide a little Asian boy in the background of the lunch scene and nobody would notice. But with or without me, I will definitely be watching the next season. Ta-da! And there you have it, your very own Orange is the New Black doll dress cake. Oh my god, it's so strange. There's so much to love on this cake. King cones, ramen noodles, this Jolly Rancher Shank, and she's even holding a pair of dirty panties. And I love that I decided to write "Trust No Bitch" on the front. I think that's so funny. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what character you'd like me to turn into a doll cake next. And remember, there are no lines, so boy or girl, I can still make them rock a dress. I'll see you very soon. Bye. Want to see more? Head over to myrecipes.com and I'll show you how to become a baking rock star. Or you can watch more right now.